been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Play action. Here's Goff. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Trying to find Jameson Williams. And it's second down. You look at this Bears defense. Well, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very slow. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
To the air, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Here's Williams. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10.
That you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Williams. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Lions had 7-4 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. Now inside the 25. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action. Now Williams. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, here's Swift. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Throwing is Williams. That's out to the flat for Swift. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 8 yards out, and the Bears are back within a score. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mention that to the coaches,
yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not have.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Past the 20. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff being chased out left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Another run for Gibbs here. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Gets through, and now an opening. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Goff. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but Sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. A pass complete to Odunze. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. To throw, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20.
Can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now gone. He's airing it out for Williams. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. $14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Williams going to throw again on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Williams. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type.
He's got a man, complete. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, 32 yards. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 2nd down is Williams. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Back to the running game with Swift. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the 1st half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. To throw again, Williams. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Goff. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 41 yards. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So that touchdown pass number 51 for him on the year. And it moves him past 2 guys at 50, 2 of the best ever, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Brady had 50 in 2007, and Mahomes did it in 2018. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On first down, here's Williams.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
DJ Waddle.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Williams to the air on second down.
He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown Bears.
Rome Odunze.
54 yards.
And the Bears get a small measure. Moody good with the extra point.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff.
That is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw is Goff.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Williams. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow.
And now here is another interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
After the interception, here's Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Williams going to look to throw again. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
2nd down and 8. They'll go play action here with Williams.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Throwing now, Goff.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he is going to be stopped here for no gain,